Hi everybody, and welcome to another episode of Uplifting Interviews with Total Strangers. It's a beautiful rainy day in LA. It doesn't rain in Southern California. What happened? QP?
Right.
Is it QP?
I'm QP.
This is QP. Are we total strangers?
We are total strangers.
Are we gonna have some fun?
We're gonna have a fantastically amazing time.
There we go. That's what life's all about, though, right?
It is all about
If you're
that.
thinking about yesterday or you're worrying about tomorrow, you're blowing today.
You are.
You know, there's some philosophers that said, live every day as though it's your last, because one day it will be your last. And you seem like you're traveling around the country, you're going to fun Super Bowl parties. I mean, you're living the life. You're a producer. That's of my 79 careers, producing is my favorite. I produced Ray Charles. That was my first production. You know what I did? I called up Ray, because I'm an orphan, and my mother's favorite entertainer was Ray Charles. And I called up Ray's people and I said, I'd love to produce Mr. Charles in concert. And he said, you know, his 50th birthday's coming up. So I said, I'll call you right back. I called up the Dorothy Chandler Pavilion and I said, I'm producing Ray Charles on his 50th birthday.
Wow, that is amazing.
And I pulled it off like that.
I believe that when things happen like that, it's because the universe already has it aligned up, and then you have to reach out so that you can make it connect. So
see, people are afraid to take chances. They're afraid to take risks. When you were a little girl, you learned how to ride a bike, right?
Yeah.
You fell down, you scraped your knee up. You put a Band-Aid on it, you got back up, and you rode the bike again. People are afraid of life. They're afraid to take risks and chances. I love challenges. I mean, I'm looking forward to the next one. I've had 79 in my life. I've done some amazing things in my life. I made millions as a Portuguese dubber for 20th Century Fox. I produced Ray Charles, as I told you. I built a silo in Iowa.
Now, can I ask you a question?
Sure, love it.
You know how you said you called Ray Charles people up?
Yep.
How do you, for the people out there that don't know, that are looking to get into the production field, and maybe they have the talent, but they don't know where to start, what would be the initial point for them to go to say, oh, I'm a promoter.
Right.
I would like to have Ray Charles,
Well, here's the dilemma in today's environment. There's this thing called IMDb, which has your record. See, I hitchhike around the world as a 17-year-old, and I told them ran away from my foster home at 17, and I stopped. One good experience was I stopped in Iowa, and I applied for a job as an electrical engineer because my foster dad taught me the trades, and they asked you had to be a college graduate. So I told them I was a college graduate. And I told them I was 26, I was 17, and a high school graduate. And I got the job. Exactly. And they gave me the job because most people teach you how to do the job when you get hired.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm a pretty smart guy. I'm pretty capable. I did the job, and they didn't have computers. Now, the problem with your question is they have computers today, and in a nanosecond, they're going to hear that you didn't have any experience. So what you can do on your own, the reason I'm doing this interview right now, started from my charity for veterans. I'm going to give free phones to veterans, and there's free software for editing, and I have a way to give them free exposure on the internet. All they have to do is go out and make some interviews, right? Mm-hmm. So to prove concept, I became an Uber driver. I put a camera right here, and I started interviewing people. And after about 10 hours, I was having so much fun that I said, I'm going to do something for myself.
Right.
I created Uplifting Interviews with Total Strangers. You're about the 570th interview on this channel.
Oh.
And every one of them is fun, entertaining, educational, motivational, because I come out with some of my sayings, some of my philosophies. I love that when people ask the tough questions, but in answer to your question, in today's environment, all you need is a cell phone to be a producer. All you need is a cell phone. People say you have to have a fancy mic, you have to have this. There's a thing called Anchor.fm, and I just signed up for it to do more podcasts. Okay. And what you do with Anchor is you could call someone else, and instead of having two phones like I have here, and have that as a microphone, you can add them in, and I listen to the quality. You think you're in a studio.
That's true.
Now, I started the video department for Mammoth Mountain Ski Resort, and in those days, that was the 80s, I had to ski with 100 pounds of equipment, of video equipment, ski. I skied as I made movies. I made ski movies with a family, right? Mm-hmm. And a 40-pound battery, 40-pound recorder, VHS,
How in
and
the world
a
did
20
you do that?
and a 20-pound camera. I'd ski backwards, I'd ski forward,
What?
and I made a movie in 1 hour.
Oh my God.
Camera edited. At the end of the hour, I'd pop the VHS out and hand it to them. My point is,
You have
this
to be
phone
Make
is...
sure you tell the audience you have to be a great skier. Don't try
Yeah,
this
be
at
great
home.
skier.
Don't
But-
try this at home if
Yeah.
you're not skilled with skiing.
Exactly. Well, the point being is, people with a simple iPhone, they've made movies with iPhones, right?
That is absolutely true.
All you need is the courage to go out and do it. I said you can do whatever you want to do in life. Right now, I want to make the world a better place.
You have to have ambition.
You have to have goals, ambitions, drive, a little bit of...
It has to be something you love too. You can't just do
Oh my
something
gosh.
and try to make
Imagine getting
yourself
paid
wanna
to do something
It
that you
has
love to
be
do?
Something exactly that's naturally your God-given gift and talent. You know, that you
But
feel
sometimes you don't know what that
passionate
is
about.
until you try different
Try
things.
it.
I've tried 79 different things so far.
79?
79 around the world.
Let me see how many things I've tried. When you say it, what do you mean?
Well, like at 9 years old, I picked grapes.
Oh, okay,
At 12
so-
years old, I worked for a farm day camp. At 16, I worked at Taco Bell.
Okay.
I sold. I built silo. I ran a snow machine in Switzerland. I produced Ray Charles. I produced music videos. I directed plays. I mean, the list goes on and on
Yeah,
and on and on.
I haven't given my...
I was a chef for one night. I
Really?
charged $700 for that
Do
meal.
you really? Do you cook?
I cooked very well.
What do you?
Matter of fact, I have a TV show that I'm going to invite you to be part of that you're going to love, and I've produced 3 episodes so far. I have a charity called Supporting Our
Now,
Servicemen.
where are your shows at on YouTube?
Well, right now, because I haven't sold it yet, they're on YouTube.
I have shows on YouTube that I produced.
Okay, I'm
Yeah.
going to watch them.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to be friends.
Yeah, we are going to be friends.
There's no such thing as mistakes in
And
life.
I don't think there's coincidences. You think things happen for a reason.
There are no such things as
Hi,
coincidences.
out there to the world. I just want you to know this is a fantastic.
I want you to pitch your show right now. I want you to pitch your podcast. Tell us about it.
Well, let me just. You want to ask me a few questions so I can tell them about myself, or should I just go ahead and shoot?
Tell us about yourself. That's
Okay.
what it's all about.
Okay, hi world. How you doing? You're rocking with your girl QP. I'm from Boston, Mass. I'm in California right now, having an amazing time. I came for the Super Bowl, and woo, 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 woo. Shout out to the Patriots, the home of the champions. Boston Strong's in the house. I went to Mark Wahlberg's house for a Super Bowl. I was there with my King Ace and Rayer and all the children. We had a fabulous time, and I'm on my way back. But anyway, flash forward. I'm a television producer as well. I also have a cleaning business. It's Payne's Professional Cleaning, and my services are right now rendered in Boston, but I do at some point, plan to branch out. And it's a family-based company that my dad, he left it behind for us. He's passed away, but his energy is so beautiful and powerful that I know he's still here, in some kind of way, looking over the whole family. He was the head of the household.
Yeah.
But I have a show in Boston. It's called Boston Neighborhood Network, and what my show consists of is basically community people who are up and coming, younger youths to politicians that I've interviewed on the show, and no heavy politics, just a welcome in and for them to say hello and just shoot, a one-liner. I didn't get deep into politics, and when I did that for Mayor Benito and Tito Jackson, who was running for the mayor at the time, they called me a few times to say, what kind of questions are you going to ask? What kind of questions are you going to ask?
Right.
The first time I actually interviewed, politicians, and I learned a great lesson from that. So my...
They like to be prepared, right?
Yeah, my knowledge from, the oops and I didn't know, and the way I handled it, it really helped me to grow as a producer. And also, my shows were live, and my studio manager, her name is Barbara Barrow Murray, and she is absolutely the best, and she's just so attentive when you first meet her. Like, she's a little intimidating because she's like a no-nonsense type of person, and she doesn't wear her heart on her sleeve. And it was in 2009 when I first attended, I've been in classes, and you know, it's amazing how a person can affect another person's life just by being in their presence and atmosphere. Because it was, to me, that being in it had been there for quite some time, and once, you know, sometimes things get stale or people's personality might clash, and you might like not feel the same way you did when you first come into a position, because you know you might be withdrawn or whatever, and different energies come in and it opens you back up. And I felt like the class that we were in, I felt like it was anointed, because we came together as a family. And you know, I started saying, like, you know, I love my being in family on live television, you know. And she was so cool, and she just unwind, and I seen like this whole, like, she was heavy set, and she started losing weight, and I would like tell her and talk to her, like, you know, she was just like so cool. And I wasn't afraid of her, because my dad, he was a Taurus man.
He was a what?
A Taurus. His son
a Taurus.
was a Taurus, the
Okay.
bull.
Yeah.
And he was a strong, really firm man, and I would always, like, you know, stand up to him and fight for my rights, because that's what you have to do in life.
Right.
And sometimes, you know, it was tough, but I felt like after I won, and like my dad's respect, I could face the world with any challenge, and I wasn't intimidated by people who appeared scary to other people, were not scary to me at all. And it's still to this day. Like, tough people don't intimidate me at all.
That's great.
You know, because I know inside, they're probably, because sometimes the toughest people on the exterior can be the most gentlest people on the inside.
Right. Well, we have our shells, you know,
yeah,
our protective layers,
exactly.
you know.
Yeah. So I had a live show, like I said, and she would advise me to say, "Are you sure you're ready to go live?" So, because everyone else was going pre-recorded, and I said, "Well, how long is it going to take for the pre-recorded show?" She said, "Well, we do takes, and you know, it could take up to a 1 hour show, could go almost into 2 hour, 3 hour show." And I said, "Oh, I don't have time for that." I said, "I have a 1 hour
Let's go live.
Show." I said, "I'm QP Rocket, don't stop it, let's go." And she said, "Okay, let's see." So the first show I did, and she was like, "That was amazing," you know. So I would like have like so many people in the studio. I had my birthday party live on television. I had like maybe like 35 people on a television set that had never been done before. We were live. I had Mark Wahlberg as a guest, satellite calling in, and he was talking to Boston, because you know he's from Boston.
Oh, he's from Boston.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's from Boston.
Yeah, he's a great actor.
Oh, he's a great actor.
Well, you did the right thing by going live. My 550 plus interviews, never a second take, never an edit, and never a rehearsal. We just turn on the camera like we're doing now, and we talk about life, love, the pursuit of happiness, show business,
Right.
you know, producing. Now, it's lucky I got to meet you, because, as you say, there's no accidents in life, right?
Right.
So being fantastic is, I know right now, I feel it's going to affect you in a positive way. And I want to, after about a week or two, after you start being fantastic, I want you to call me and let me know if you love it. And if you do, I want you to become an ambassador of positivity. I don't have anyone in Boston right now helping spread the movement.
So
My goal is to get 1 million people being fantastic.
Okay.
Now, QP, right?
Yes.
When you're fantastic, you let people in traffic. You open doors for people. You're kind to one another. Ellen, I'm trying to get on the Ellen show, and she says be kind to one another every single day.
Right.
When you're fantastic and you tell people you're fantastic, you made them smile, you made them feel good, you were kind to them.
That's true.
Right? You're never forgotten when you're fantastic. No one forgets a fantastic person.
No.
So I got a feeling you're going to be my 7th or 8th ambassador, because I have 6 already, ambassador of positivity. And that's just spreading the movement, because it's going to be international. It's in 10 countries now.
Okay.
You'd be my first one in Boston. We need fantastic people in
Oh,
Boston.
there's a lot of fantastic people in Boston.
Good.
There is.
Now,
there's a lot of negative people.
Now
too,
this is
so
a show we're doing for fun.
Okay.
Okay. You want to make money? This is your ticket to making money. You're gonna love this. Read. What does that say?
I do want to make money.
Read it. What that says.
This says, let me take my shoe. Okay. Cooking styles of the rich and the famous.
You know what that show is? Imagine Mark. I will take Mark Wahlberg as an example. Imagine Mark Wahlberg cooking or attempting to cook. Whether he can cook or not, it's insignificant. He has a favorite meal, right?
Well, you know he has Wahlburgers.
Has what?
Wahlburgers.
No, I don't.
You don't know about Wahlburgers?
Do they have them out here?
Oh my God, yes.
Where?
Right down on Hollywood Boulevard.
Okay. Well, let me finish. Oh, so he's going to love this then when you invite him, because you're going to be the producer of the show.
Okay.
Because it's all friends inviting friends. But here's the premise. Mark Wahlberg attempts to cook his favorite meal in his kitchen for a dinner party with you and your fiance and his friends. And it's for charity. Everything you see on camera, the clothing sponsors, the food, the booze, the wine, everything is for sale. And the proceeds go to Mark's favorite charity.
Oh yeah, he gives to a lot of charities.
So he will do this
Yeah,
because
Mark is great.
he's being invited by either you or your boyfriend, your fiance.
Yeah,
And it's for a good cause. And we supply all the food, the booze.
And you know,
And we have a party.
Raya is so beautiful.
Who is?
Oh my God, Raya, his wife.
Okay.
She is drop dead gorgeous.
Well, she could help him in the
You
kitchen.
know, she used to be a super top model.
Oh, I didn't know.
Right. So her and Giselle, Tom Brady's wife, they resemble some.
Okay.
But Giselle doesn't have anything on Raya. Oh my God.
Is that right?
Oh, she doesn't have anything on Raya.
Wow.
Raya is amazingly fantastic.
I'll have to look it up.
Gorgeous. Yeah, you have to see Raya.
Okay, so you are going to be an ambassador of positivity.
Okay.
And that means you're going to tell people about being fantastic.
This is what I do, actually. I always uplift and
Okay.
inspire everyone.
We're just going to skip the week trial period. You're ambassador of positivity number 7.
Number 7, that's my lucky number.
Number 7.
7 is
And
my number.
I'm going to send you some emails and some
Okay.
information. And basically, you're going to, your world will change because the 6 people prior, this affected them so much that I decided after I signed up 1,000 people, your 1,000, you didn't sign up yet even. You see the logo, right? Be fantastic.
Be fantastic.
And what does the bee symbolize?
A bee.
Pollinating positivity.
A queen bee.
Pollinating positivity.
I
You're
love
going to be the queen bee, and this goes on your phone.
Oh.
Put that on the back of your phone.
Okay, yes.
Now, and open your phone. Let everybody listening, including what's your fiance's name?
His name is Ace. A big
Ace.
shout out to Ace.
Oh, Ace, you're watching this right now.
You just saw him, remember?
Yeah, I know. I gave him my card. Ace, open up YouTube. QP, open up your YouTube. Do it at the same time, Ace. She's going to be 1,020, and hopefully because this will be on the air in a half hour, and Ace will be watching. Ace will watch this, by the way, before you take off on the airplane, because I'm going to edit it in a minute.
Okay.
So basically,
So I'm on YouTube.
you're on YouTube. Put in uplifting interviews. Ace, same thing. And anybody listening, put in Mark if you're listening. Mark Wahlberg. Put in uplifting interviews on your YouTube. It'll populate with total strangers, right? You see it? You see my picture there. You have to be on the app, though.
The car is shaking. So.
Yeah, I know it's shaking a little bit. So uplifting interviews, and the title will populate by itself. I have over 550 interviews from people of all walks of life. Scientists, surgeons, students. I have a murderer down in Skid Row. You see it yet?
Uplifting.
Interviews, 2 words. Uplifting interviews
Okay.
with total strangers. Hit subscribe. Hit the bell because your interview is going to be up in about a half hour. And it's all about being positive.
I subscribe.
QP.
Okay.
Positive thoughts manifest positive action.
Absolutely.
Negative, if you have any negative thoughts, get rid of them. Don't ever. If you have anybody negative in your life, don't talk to them anymore. You got to weed them out. They're a cancer.
And you know what else?
What?
And it's hard.
Speak up because it's really loud.
Okay. And sometimes because your subconscious mind stores thoughts, so it's going to be hard at first for you to break out and just
Right.
be completely 100%, like come rid of your negative thoughts that are going to come back to try to haunt you to say, oh, whatever it was you think I can't do it, but you say, yes I can do it.
Never say I can't. That's negative.
But that's the thoughts that will
I know.
come in to try to deceive your thought.
I know.
Because it's stored in the back of your mind, but then you read it, and once you exercise that practice that I am fantastic, I am amazing, I can do all things.
You got it.
And all doors are open to me, and the windows of opportunity are here. I am connected with the universe. I am filled with greatness now. I'm destined and inspired to do this. and nothing and no man will stop me from my greatness and my destiny to come. And when you do that, then you're speaking it into existence. And if you have to believe to receive and achieve your goals and your ambitions, because I'm telling you, it all starts with your mental energy. Like our body is a shell. It's to protect our bones and it's to hold like all the stuff inside of our body without returning to our scientific terms so that we can really get it, you know, like, but it starts with our energy. And at the top of our head, we have a crown, and that's where the energy connects with the universe. So when you meditate, it's a good way for you to be still and to collect your thoughts and what you really want to do in life, and to be able to get a warm feeling, because it starts with self-love. Because without self-love, you will forever always be seeking for someone to love you. But the people will admire you and they will come around you and they might even say they love you. But once a person knows that you love them more than you love yourself, you become codependent.
No, I don't see that. I don't agree with. You have to love yourself first.
That's what I said.
Oh, because I thought you said you have to love them before you love.
Once they, like, if they think you find out you love them
Right.
more than yourself.
Oh,
then-
that's bad. Yeah.
Right, that's
No,
bad
yeah.
because
Okay, gotcha.
sometimes
Okay, I
people will
misunderstood.
change. They
Yeah,
will
you got to love
change.
yourself first,
Right.
and then you can love others. Yeah.
Right.
Just
You
like
know.
on this plane you're getting on, if the oxygen mask drops, they're gonna
Don't
say
say that.
put it on first. No, what I'm
No,
saying is you
no.
come first.
We're not gonna say that.
No, it's not
They
gonna
say
happen.
that on the plane, though. They say that. I hate when that part comes on. I'd be like, okay, yes, okay. But I know
Listen,
what
you
you're
can't be afraid of living, dying.
not.
You can't be afraid of life either.
saying. Right.
You,
Well, I believe
you
in
and you're
people.
talking. All those words you just said, they're all beautiful. They're in all my interviews. Everything you said.
I know
If you
that.
start watching my interviews, so you're a perfect number 7.
I'm a perfect number 7.
You're ambassador number of positivity number 7.
I love it.
You just joined the movement.
And Ace, you know what? I was so sad, baby, like when I first got into the Uber, because you know why.
This is for you, Ace. Speak up,
Right, Ace, baby. I was so sad, but what's your name?
Monty.
Monty made me feel so fantastic. I mean, it's not a lot of people that I open up to, and you know that, because I'm a person, I feel energy, and I'm the type of person that's kind of reserved until we have like a full conversation and in a formal way, or even from this meeting right now, Monty. And he would just instantly made my tears dry up. Like I have shades on, and even behind my shade, my eyes were filling with tears of puddles. And before they could drop, because I was already crying, Monty just like shine his light from within, and it's just so fantastic and amazing. Like he said, that with great energy and feeling great about yourself and putting that out in the universe can do for a person's life, because it made the difference between me going to the airport and literally being so sad, and on the plane just feeling so sad, and then eventually I'm the type of person that I snap out of it, but I wouldn't went through more emotional withdrawals longer than what I did, you know, and I thank you for that.
It's my pleasure, 100%. And you and I together are going to make more people like that, because it's that easy. I walk up to the 3 guys at the hotel. They walked up to the car. They saw my sign out there. It said, "Be fantastic," right? Mm-hmm. And I said, "How are you?" They said, "Good," right? Because everyone does that. I said, "How would you like to be fantastic?" And they all said, "Of course." So I gave them each my card. And they had, when you hear the word, you smile ear to ear.
Yeah.
When you say the word, you feel fantastic. It's the only way to be. Don't ever be good, okay, well, fine, all right, so, great, awesome, wonderful, blessed.
Yeah.
None of those. Be fantastic.
That's true. And do something.
And Ace, she's ambassador of positivity number 7. Now, Ace, I need a favor from you, buddy. You are connected to everybody in the industry because you're connected to Mark.
Oh, you already know.
Somebody knows Ellen. Ellen says every day, be kind to one another. Fantastic people are those people, and we need more of them. Of the thousands of people, QP, that I met and told about this, guess how many people have ever met someone in their entire life that says they're fantastic? Guess how many?
How many?
62.
262 people.
No, only 62 people out of thousands of people have asked, have you ever met someone that's fantastic? Ever met someone? That's the bad news. The good news is you never forget someone that's fantastic. You never forget them.
You don't. But
62 is too small. So, QP, our goal is to get a minimum of 1 million people being fantastic. We only have you're number 1,020, I think.
What number?
Well, I'm going to tell you exactly what number you are. You need to know because it's a movement. Let me see here. Right there. Your number.
Oh, I'm sorry. This is Ace.
Oh, great. You're 1,020.
I'm 1,020. Hello.
Ace is on the line.
Baby. I'm fantastic. What are you doing?
Okay, we're back. She talked to her honey bun, Ace. Ace, I heard you say good, and I don't want to ever hear it again out of your lips. Because, oh, by the way, I came up with a name for the 99% of people who say good, because it's the normal thing to say. I call them moaners. M-O-A-N. M stands for mediocre, O for ordinary, A for average, and N for normal.
But he's not.
I know he's not, but see, he's not a moaner, obviously, but he says good because he was taught it's the normal thing to say. But no, he's going to be fantastic from now on.
Yeah.
Listen, we're all creatures of habit.
That's true.
And he's been saying for 30 some odd years he's good. And today is the first day of the rest of his life. You got to make sure he always says fantastic, okay? And all your other friends say fantastic. And you be fantastic because you're now an ambassador of positivity.
Absolutely.
You have a lot of responsibility to make the world a better place.
I love it. It's not hard at all.
It's not hard at all.
It's not hard at all.
And you're going to be a producer on Cooking Styles of the Rich and Famous. It's so much fun. Wait till you watch the episode. The one that's on the front page, we have 3 episodes so far. John Paul DeJoria, the billionaire, said yes. Sue Wong, the famous dress designer, wants to do it in March. Cher said yes. A lot of big NFL players have said yes.
So how are we going to collaborate?
Well, one is you're going to give me all your information.
Okay. Are we almost at the
We're almost there, yeah. We only have a few more minutes left.
Okay, so you know exactly what gate to get me at?
Oh, yeah. Here, right here. You put yours and Ace's numbers there, so I could send him the link.
You have a pen?
And everybody, yeah, it's right there. It's in the back of the book. Right there. Oh. Everybody, if you like what you're seeing, share, like, subscribe. If you know Ellen, she says be kind to one another. Being fantastic is the vehicle to be kind to your neighbors. And so I need to get to Ellen because QP and I, we need 1 million subscribers. Being positive, letting people into traffic, opening doors, saying thank you, loving thy neighbor. You know what I'm saying? So
manifesting great things.
Manifesting great things. Believing in yourself. Being positive is the most important thing.
Being kind to one another.
Being kind, like Ellen says. Everybody share, like, subscribe, and remember, be fantastic. Right?
Be fantastic.
It's not hard. It's the best New Year's resolution you'll ever do.
Love you.